Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Soulfly, the debut studio record by the band Soulfly. Today we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the record, so I've decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. My story with this band is quite simple. I've been basically listening to their music my entire life. Because of my siblings, they were massive Sepultura fans, and later Max Cavalera left the band in 1996. He started this band after being featured on the Deftones Around the Fur record on the song Head Up, which chorus is basically Soulfly, fly high. So basically Soulfly released this record and then the second one called Primitive in the year 2000, and that's when I was like 3 or 4 and I've started listening to music. They would record those albums on cassette tapes for me and I would just take my boombox out, to some forest or fields, sit there in the middle of nowhere and just dance to this record and the next one. This is basically the most experimental thing from Max Cavalera. There are lots of guests on this record. Just let me scroll down for a little bit. Look how many people are on this record. Compare this to the newest Soulfly record, Totem. The album was produced by Ross Robinson, one of the best music producers like ever. Andy Wallace mixed this one and George did the mastering. The lineup, we've got Roy Mayorga, or however you pronounce it, on the drums. He was on this record, then he left the band and rejoined for the third record and left again, so there are just 2 records with him on the drums. Later he joined Stone Sour. Then we've got Marcelo D-Rap on the bass. He was in this band from this record to the third one and then he left. Then we've got Jackson Bandeira, Lucio Maya. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Lucio is the lead guitarist for this record. He also does some backing vocals. And finally we've got Max doing the lead vocals, rhythm guitar, berimbau. I love that instrument, it has such a distinct sound to it. There's talk box on the second song, a go-go, or however you pronounce it, on Fire, Chains on Prejudice. Also, before we start, let's check out those cover arts. The standard one, I just love it. It's so simple but effective. It's like iconic. I will always remember this side. And we've got also alternative cover. This one is for the Digipack edition, which also has a second CD with remixes. I am not going to review remixes today because this video would be like an hour long, but I can already tell you that this is my favorite remix. Tribal Terrorism mix, and also Soulfly Eternal Spirit mix because it has cool vocals by some woman, I think. Also, Roadrunner Records 25th Anniversary Edition annoyed the hell out of me when they've announced it because they said it would feature one brand new B-side that wasn't released to our ears, and it's the song Blow Away. And this is not actually a new song, it's just a demo version of Quilombo. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness or no clipping, it has a live feeling to it, very crispy sounding guitars, great bass. The drums are so powerful. Ross Robinson knows how to produce shit, so it's one of my all-time favorite productions. The message is diverse, songs are about various topics. It's mostly about loss, grief because of the death of Dana, Max's stepson. Songs about him are Bleed, First Commandment, and Soulfly, which basically honors people that passed away. We also have political songs like Cangasiero, No, anti-racism song called Prejudice. The song Remains Insane, which is basically about Max stepping on Brazilian flag by accident while doing a live show, and he was apprehended by the police because of that. Also, we've got here some songs about a legendary character called Zumbi. He was basically a freedom fighter in Brazil and he fought against slavery. Those songs are Fire, Tribe, Kulimbo. Umbabauma is a track about soccer because Max loved this football. Then we've got Boomclat, which is basically a middle finger to some shitty people. We've got Boomba, which is basically about your ancestors or some shit. And No Hope, No Fear is a song about trying to move on and stay strong in hard times. And the first song on the record, Eye for an Eye, is basically about Max moving on from Sepultura and trying to create better music. There is a demo version of this song which features completely different lyrics, which are basically a diss track against Sepultura, where he sang that he was feeling betrayed and he hates them and he wants them to die. That was changed because Ross Robinson wanted to spread some more positivity on the record, and it was already too negative. I guess it's nice that they've changed the lyrics on Eye for an Eye, because it doesn't sound so cringy like the original one, which was like, I hate you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And here in the final version, it's more like you grew as a person. So those are all the lyrical topics on this record. Next is the structure. It's mostly basic. We have some songs that are more advanced. It's usually intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Sometimes there are more segments than that, but that's basically it. And music on this record is just nu metal, with some small hardcore punk and thrash metal and groove metal influences. The record starts with Eye for an Eye. This one features Dino and Burton of the industrial death metal band Fear Factory. It's not a surprise that those guys are featured on this song, because back in 1998 Fear Factory released Obsolete, their third studio record, and it had a major nu metal influences, especially on the tracks Edge Crusher and Resurrection, so it's nice to see them here. Dino plays the guitar, he's just as fat as his guitar tone, and Burton does some backing vocals in the chorus, like Eye for an eye, for an eye, for an eye. The first thing you're going to notice about this record and this song is the drumming. It's stellar throughout the entire album, and it's one of my all-time favorite things about it. Next is the bass. It's audible, it mostly follows the guitars. Sometimes the bass plays without other instruments, like guitars for an example, like in the track The Song Remains Insane. The bassist Marcello is killing it, I love his style, same as Roy on the drums. They are both very important members here because they are creating the atmosphere, and their talent elevates the quality of this record. Next are the guitars played by Max and the other dude, which I already forgot the name of. Sorry dude. The guitars are typical nu metalish ones, you know, 0, 1, 2, 3 riffs. But I love them, they are groovy. I love the special effects they are using on the guitars, you know, like pedal effects, shit like that. It helps with the atmosphere on the album, and I wish Soulfly would still do this thing, but sadly they do not. And finally we've got vocals. Max sounds perfect on this record. He has strength and power in his voice. You can feel that the screaming is very emotional and it means a lot to him. We've also got some tribal and weird instruments here, like berimbau, agogo, some little bit electronic elements here and there, some DJ scratchers. I truly enjoy every instrument that is present on this record. Eye for an Eye is a pretty straightforward song, and nowadays Max says that only this one and Tribe are good. He basically doesn't listen to other songs from this record, which is pretty weird to say, but I guess he's in that state where he wants to be considered a true metalhead, so he basically discarded his first Soulfly records because they are nu metal. Fuck that attitude, be proud of what you've done. These songs deserve some recognition and some goddamn respect. Eye for an Eye is a massive track, but I must say that it's one of the weaker songs on the record for me. I love the grooviness, it's pretty basic to be honest, but it works. I love the verses, the chorus, eye for an eye, eye for an eye, for... Great shit, and then Max does that scream, Rah! I guess the verses have the most amount of energy, you know, everyone do it, do, pain, hate, pain, or something like that. I especially enjoyed the bridge here because it's very tribal, has some weird instruments, and it gives us some time to reminiscent about our lives before the chorus comes back with intensity and aggression. Dino and Burton are killing it, you can hear them in the actual song, which is very cool. I have nothing against this track, I just think it's one of the weaker tracks on the record. 10 out of 10. No hope equals no fear. Now this is a way better song than the previous one. I love the intro for this one. I made a guitar cover of this song like 5 years ago for the 20th anniversary, and I love every second of it. Like the verses. You do not think that you never be free. Whoever told you that you never be free. My life is mine, my life is mine. Then we've got the basic chorus, but it has that primal energy to it, which just makes you want to mosh or dance or whatever. No hope, no fear. And I guess my favorite moment of this track is the bridge, that small, slow build up. Freedom! And then we've got some very weird noises, you know, that I don't know what guitar effect is that even a guitar, but it's great. And then we've got that typical nu metal noises, which I just love. You don't even need to understand what he's saying, but you're feeling it. And you're feeling it with your entire body. And then at the end we've got that weird noise again. Wow, wow. I guess that's a guitar with some effect, but it's just so cool sounding. Like, I will never forget that noise. 11 out of 10. Bleed is the best song on this record because of the lyrical content and how intense and powerful the instruments and the vocals are. So this is a song directed at the killers of Dana, Max Stepson. There are various opinions on what happened with Dana. Some people say it was an accident, other people say he was basically murdered. I will not comment on that, but I must say that this song goes hard. You know, that beginning and that weird noise, wow! I guess that's DJ Lethal doing those special effects, and they elevate this song to a higher level, that's for sure, because I will never forget that sound, you know, and that spinning wheel just slowing down. Bam, Then we've got vocals first by Max, and I don't remember the exact words in the first verse. You kill life, something like that. It goes hard, like you feel the anger in his voice, the emotions. And then we've got the pre-chorus, which is even better. And finally we have the chorus, which is basically bleed, 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 back and forth, done vocally by Max and Fred. Then we've got the second verse, which is the same as the first one with different lyrics. And finally we have a bridge where Fred is rapping and he's just killing it. People now make fun of him, but I think he gave a great performance here with rapping, screaming, epic shit. And then we have that part of the song with that chicken noises done by Max, you know. I love that shit because it sounds primal and angry. And actually it was scary when I was like 4 or 5. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I saw the music video for this song on Viva 2. I will never forget about this one. And whenever I hear it, it always pumps me with energy. I just feel like I'm alive. And the lyrics are heavy, so is the song. 12 out of 10. Zumbia senota ge. Zumbia senota desmanda. What does zombie say? A zombie que manda. Unzi anda hanza hanza. That's the intro of Tribe, the 4th track. Again, this is one of my favorites here. I love that whole build-up which I've just done, and those lyrics about zombie, they will repeat themselves in other songs on this record, like Kulimbo or Fire. I think Fire. Fire has a bridge with the same lyrics, but what I am sure of is that the exact lyrics do come back on the next albums, like on the 3rd one, and even on the album Enslaved, on the song Slave. I love that thing because it basically became like a catchphrase for this band. The main riff here was written when Max was still in Sepultura, he wrote it on Roots tour in '96. I love it. It's punchy, it's straight to the point, it's basic, it's not a progressive death metal music, but you feel it. This is music to mosh pit, to dance to move to. Basically the lyrics on this song are about the band and their fans, you know. Your tribe, our tribe, your life, our life, tribe, dum 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 dum. Great stuff. My favorite part of this track again is the bridge part where Max is singing in his language. I can't understand it. Hopiata, Wompowoa, Nanami, Sumi, something like that. Guitar riffs behind that are so fun. So yeah, this song is another legendary track that I enjoy every second of. 11 out of 10. Boomba features Los Hooligans who do the chorus with the band, and this song starts very mellow and calm. Then the drums hit, we've got a very basic guitar riff. That riff is not that interesting, anyone could play it, but I like the verses and the vocals in them. And then we've got the pre-chorus, and then we've got the chorus, which is basically boomba, 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 and it's like 20 or 30 people shouting it, including the producer, Ross Robinson, who also does the backing vocals on this album, which is hilarious to me. Like, everyone is present. I love these kind of collaborations, when you know the musicians had fun while creating the music. And then after the chorus we again have that small little break, and then Max says, "Bring the shit!" and the same generic riff 00222 starts again. And we've got verses, pre-chorus, chorus, then bridge, which is again cool. That's my favorite part of the song, but actually every part here is my favorite, except that generic riff. That's the reason I am not giving this one 11 out of 10, just 10 out of 10. First Commandment features Chino, the vocalist of Deftones. It's a very serious song. The second one about Dana. Chino believes he was murdered, so this song is like changing the Bible commandments. So he says that "thou shalt not kill" should be basically the first commandment. And I agree with him. This is a very tribal song. It has that roots vibe all over it. It sounds like they are in some forest and it's nighttime and they are hunting someone. The guitar riff is deranged, like the main one. Tum tum wow, tum tum wow. And the vocal deliverance here by Chino and Max is all over the place, and I couldn't be more happier. Chino is killing it on this track. Lie to your family, lie to your friends, lie to a friend, you fucking rapist. They are just killing it. The verses are so strong and full of aggression and intensity. I love them. And the chorus is great as well. This is truly a very distinct and one of a kind song that you could never mistake for something else. And I wish that Soulfly would still do these kind of songs, because this shit is timeless. 11 out of 10. Boom, 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 boom. I fucked up the intro, but that's Boomclad, the beginning. I love the drums on this song. Roy is destroying that drum kit. I love the snare sound, the intensity of just everything on this song. From the drums to the guitars to the bass to the vocals. You fake, you waste, you bombclad. That's the chorus of the song, but I must say that the verses are the best part because of the drumming, you know, those fills. Those fills are fucking great. This is another masterpiece. If you don't like this song, what the fuck is wrong with you? 11 out of 10. And finally we've got Soulfly. It's a jam track, like it wasn't written. They just started jamming and this came out of it. And I must say that this one is very beautiful. It's basically world music, so it's not metal. It's very emotional and atmospheric. I must say that over the years the quality of those songs kinda diminished, because on every Soulfly record you have a song called Soulfly, and it's always a world music track. And I must say that this one is one of the best ones. It's not the best, that would be Soulfly 2, which is my favorite. It's a pretty strong instrumental song that also stands out from the rest of the record, and you will never forget about it. 11 out of 10. Umbababayuma, Amego, Umbababayuma, Amego. Żółta boja, żoka do, żoka boja, kojo koko, żółta boja, żoka do, żoka boja, kojo koko. I am not sure what the fuck I even said, and if it was even correct, probably not, but I love this song. It's hilarious, especially when you're a child, like you're 4 or 5. I would dance to this shit because it sounds ridiculous. So this is a cover of Hoige or Joige Ben track from the 70s. It's a song about soccer, as I said before. So basically, yeah, football, Brazil, you must win the World Cup or some shit. It's easy, but it's fun, and that's what matters. 10 out of 10. Here we come, slave drums, here we go, Colombo, kick up the bass ball, kick up the bass drum, oh, sorry guys, I just love this track so much, I have to do those noises. Colombo features Benji, the vocalist of Skindred and Dub War, and DJ Little of Limp Bizkit. This track is yet another masterpiece. I love the intro, the verses, the vocals. Benji is killing it. He's on fire. I am so happy that he's featured on this record, not on one song, but 2 of them. Benji basically does the chorus of this song, you know, that bass, and then Max comes in the chorus with zombie, zombie, blow them away, zombie. Great shit. This song is just so fun. I love every second of it, especially the verses and the chorus. The bridge is great as well. 11 out of 10. Watch me rising. Watch me rising. Fire. Fire. So this song reminds me a lot of Spit by Sepultura from the Roots record. It's like a sequel to it, and I must say that I love this simple groove. The vocals are on fire, and the chorus is hilarious because Max is basically screaming fire, fire all the time. Like, it's a meme to me. Like, he always repeats the name of the song in the chorus and nothing else. It's hilarious. Then we've got a very tribal and animalistic break in the middle, you know, like it's a forest or some jungle or shit, and tutum tutum tum tutum tutum tum, and then the heavy parts come back yet again at the end to give us a silly breakdown, which includes a guitar solo, but it has so many effects that it's even hard to hear it. It's not as great as Colombo or Boomclad or Tribe or Bleed, but it's still a massive song that I truly enjoy. 10 out of 10. What you wanna wear? What you wanna wear? Ghost! Come on, wear. Ghost! Tutum tutum tutum. Blech! So this one, can you dig it? Can you dig it? So that's the song Remains Insane, which features Chico Science in the outro. Is basically speaking. The song Remains Insane is like 3 tracks, because the beginning is a cover of Ratos something like that Chaos song. Sepultura also did covers of their tracks like Crucificado, Spello, Sistema, something like that. Anyways, after this cover we have Attitude by Sepultura, but it's played faster and in a hardcore punk style. And then finally we've got The Song Remains Insane. This track is like a mix of 3 different things. It starts with a news speech. This track is truly insane because it has major time signature changes. The drummer is pissed as fuck. The bassist is killing it here. That bass line is fucking bonkers. I love this song with all of my heart. The song remains insane, insane, insane. The song remains insane, insane, insane. The song remains insane, insane, insane. I remain insane. 11 out of 10. No politics, no redneck chick, no motherfucking hoodie and the blowfish, no his what, no sagalot, no whatever, no politics. So that's Snow, which features Christian Old-Wolbers, the ex-bassist of Fear Factory, now in the band Violence. So Christian is playing double bass in this song or something like that, you know, those old school big basses, and you can easily hear that because his bass is way louder than the original bassist, Marcelo. I love the main melody of this track, you know, that and also the bridge, you know, like and the screaming after that. It has a very electronic weird noises in the background for some reason, like I don't know what effect is that on the vocal, but I truly enjoyed. So this song yet again is a masterpiece. I love every second of it. Everything works here. I think it's hilarious that Max hates on Hootie and the Blowfish, and like this hatred is still ongoing because a couple of years ago someone asked him on Facebook why he dresses like a bum or why he lives in the suburbs, and he answered by, we are not motherfucking Hootie and the Blowfish, we don't live in mansions and shit. And I laughed from that so hard because even after all of those years he's like, fuck that Hootie and the Blowfish, I don't want them near me. So yeah, amazing track, 11 out of 10. Prejudice, the song against racism, features Benji of Skindred. The main guitar riff, sovereign nation, shame of the nations, shame of the nations, oh wow. Benji does those weird noises like wow wow, and he's like, he's like that typical reggae guy on this track, and I love his vocals. He brings the energy, the intensity, and I love the breakdown in this song, you know, that very easy 2-1-0 riff. We gotta live together for real. We gotta live together for real. Love that shit. I have nothing against this song. It's a classic with great positive message. 11 out of 10. And the final song on the standard edition, it's Carmageddon. It features a hidden track called Suitao das Matas, or however you say it. I must say that I don't know why this is on the record. This is clearly the weakest shit here. Carmageddon is just an instrumental. It's fine, it's like 3 minutes long, and I'm like, well, it's not like the previous instrumental, Soulfly, and the hidden track has some women singing, and it's fine, so this is just decent 6 out of 10 stuff. But we are not finished yet. The limited edition features 3 bonus songs. The first one is called Kangasieo, and then there's great breakdown. I wish this song was on the record instead of Carmageddon. Like, you could have ended the album with Prejudice, and Kangasiero could have been a song after Fire. I am sad that not many people know that this song exists. The vocals are heavy, the chorus is a banger, the bridge is fun, everything works here, 10 out of 10. Last but not least, we have 2 Discharge covers. The first one is Ain't No Feeble Bastard, and I enjoy this one. It's good, 7 out of 10. And The Possibility of Life Destruction. Now this one is a little bit weaker, but it's still fun to listen to. I wouldn't put it on the standard edition. same as the previous cover, but yeah, 6 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is ideal. Replayability, yeah, it's a legendary record. I love it from beginning to the end. It's one of the most important metal albums in my life. Every track is a masterpiece that has something different to offer, and it features a very one-of-a-kind atmosphere and sound. We've got so many cool guest musicians here, from vocalists to guitarists to some great session musicians. I feel like this record is very underappreciated by the metal community and the band members themselves. This was released in 1998 and it's still just as fresh and unique sounding as it was back then. Celebrate the anniversary by spinning this record today, it deserves some love and attention. Don't forget to tell Hootie and the Blowfish that they suck. That's it basically. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram page where I share photos of my CDs and stuff. I will see you in my other videos. Bye!